Start transmission. 4, 3, 2, 1. Broadcasting to you live from the Static Clan compound, you are now listening to the Jaysin Static Experience, a podcast from an award-winning nobody, noted raconteur, Renaissance man, a man with a sailor's mouth, but he has never sailed, and who likes to talk about a cornucopia of topics. This podcast is brought to you by www.jaysinstatic.com, a place filled with all your pop culture antiques and collectible needs. And now your host, the one and only Jaysin Static. Hey, what's up everybody? Jaysin Static here, and before we jump into this podcast, I just want to let you know that there's an audio issue. I made a boneheaded decision and tried to record it in a way that I hadn't recorded a podcast before, and the audio for Foxx turned out a little bit weird. Other than that, Foxx, I want to, if you're listening to this, brother, I want to apologize. If you want to jump on another podcast and chop it up again, you're more than welcome to come back. As for the fans, for both me and Foxx, this is what happens sometimes, and I just want to let you guys know before you jumped into this podcast and heard how crappy the audio is. Other than that, you guys, I appreciate you guys. I care for you guys, and I thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. It was a super cool conversation. Take it easy, peace out, and enjoy. Welcome back, everybody. Jaysin Static Experience one more time, and today I got for you a very special guest, none other than the Firework, Foxx Vinyer. He's been on Impact Wrestling. He's been on Ring of Honor Wrestling. He's been all over the place. And I don't really have much more to say because he's got a lot more to say, and we'll find out for the rest of the show. So other than that, you guys, Foxx Vinyer, how you doing, my man?
It is Firework Foxx Vinyer. I got paid in hot dogs and handshakes to get my name pronounced correctly. Damn it.
Oh, damn it. Did I messed it up. I always mess up people's names.
You stay messing it up. I correct it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to listening to me, Foxx Vinyer Steve.
Vinyer.
Okay, let's continue.
So, Foxx, man, for those who don't know, for those who may be on my platform who don't know you, because my platform spans pro wrestling, online reselling, political realms and stuff like that. So maybe if the people aren't very well known with you, give me a little backdrop on who Foxx is.
Foxx Vinyer, that's me. I am a professional wrestler and sometimes musician to myself. I enjoy romantic comedies and my cats and a whole pizza on some days because I treat myself because I deserve it.
Hey man, that sounds good. I'm okay with pizza. Although I don't know my upcoming diet's going to be very good thing for pizza.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on the diet train too, get off this quarantine 15.
Yeah.
However, some days the more stuff you put on a pizza, the healthier it is.
Yeah.
Add that mushroom and peppers and blah blah.
Oh, I love mushrooms. Mushrooms is so good.
It sucks when some places, they only put the mushrooms on top, and then they heat it up barely. I'm like, what are you doing? Just open a can of mushrooms, put it on. No, put the mushrooms under the cheese and bake that shit.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms by themselves, but if you cook your mushrooms with maybe a little bit of coconut oil or avocado oil or something like that. Most people like it with butter, but me being on, this, getting ready to start this new diet, I got to start thinking a little bit more mindful of not loading butter and everything down with stuff. So I started with some coconut oil.
You can do it with a powder, like a garlic powder.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah.
You bake it.
Yeah. I actually had last night I had a pork loin, a honey sriracha pork loin, and with some mushrooms and some asparagus, and that shit was
hungry now.
That shit was good, man. That shit was good though.
Give me some mushrooms. They have the stuffed mushrooms that come with whatever the hell you want it.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Or you can even, if you like pizza, then you can order portobello pizza where they make remember the old school, when you're in school you make a muffin style.
Yeah.
But only it's a portobello mushroom cap. With a pizza.
Yeah. I was looking up a bunch of recipes the other night because one of my things, I work in the restaurant business. For a job, part-time job. So and then I'm just like, man, what can I do to like, because I love hamburgers and bread and stuff like that. So I was just like, man. And then I seen a portobello hamburger. So I was just like, okay, maybe I can still do the hamburger thing. I'll just use a portobello mushroom on it. So
you switch out the bun, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do. You can do that with like a giant, like the 2 giant pieces of lettuce.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, you could do it with lettuce. You could do it just use the caps of the portobello mushrooms as the buns.
Yeah. And I don't want a burger. I want everything. And like probably like 7 hours to start.
Yeah, I actually just ate a little bit ago. I ate a chicken sandwich.
What, the whole chicken?
So I made the comment that you've worked in the wrestling business. How long you actually been a worker?
July 18th would be my 11th year.
Okay, so 11 years.
Been around.
I started back in 2008. It was like April of 2008. I started. I had my first match, and I mean I didn't do a whole lot. I wrestled for maybe about 5 years, and then I was just like, I got a little bit too crazy in my head. So I was just like, man, I better bounce out, take care of myself, get my head straight, or I'm going to be one of those statistics of the wrestling world.
You don't want that.
It's one of the saddest things I've ever done in my life, and also one of the best things I've ever done in my life, because I love the pro wrestling business, but at that time, at that place where I was at mentally at that time, it definitely wasn't the best place for me.
Wrestling can be taxing on you.
Oh yeah. So you 11 years. Where do you mostly wrestle out of?
Mostly out of New England. I'm over in the upstate New York area, so most of my stuff goes through like Pennsylvania and Jersey and Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Maine, Vermont, whatever. Rhode Island is one of those things too.
Okay. You ever been outside of those areas? You like over in the Midwest area? Or?
I wrestled in just outside of Toronto once. I've been a few times down in Florida. I wrestled in Vegas.
Oh, nice. Was the Vegas one for the Cauliflower Club?
No, I did. I wrestled out in Vegas for Ring of Honor against Cheeseburger on TV. Okay. How's that experience working with Ring of Honor? Well, I mean, it was awesome. I wish I can get in there still. It's such a hard thing because like the changing of the guard happens so much because one person can be like really high on you, and then the next week it's like, hey, that's something else. Yeah, that's the wrestling business essentially. Yeah, like I got there. I first got experience with there by going to one of their camps in 2012. Mm-hmm. I was in a tag team. My tag partner was like, "Yo, I'm going to go to this camp." I'm like, "Okay, I'll follow you wherever because I don't know really what's happening. I'm just like wrestling." I started just following him around. Like, all right, we're going to do this. Tell you, you book everything. I'll show up. Right. Whatever. So then we went, and then like they kind of like they liked us, but we were just generic Steves. Like it's boring shit. Yeah. And then like I just kept going. I went singles, and then kept going, working on my body, working on this, developing the character, and then I went to Vegas, and I went to pay-per-view for the 14th anniversary show. Nice. I was just sitting there, just hanging out, doing security, and then the next day I walked in, brought my bags. Kevin Kelly was like, "Foxx, I'm going to talk to you." I said, "No, I'm just getting here." He's like, "You and Cheeseburger, 7 minutes, episode 3. Damn. I was like, 7 minutes, hold on. I was like, hell yeah. So I went and talked to Burger. I was like, "Yo, we got 7 minutes. We called this whole thing. We planned this amazing thing." Yeah. Burger's an amazing dude. He was doing everything he can to help me. And then he comes back and was like, "Hey, the whole segment's going to be 7 minutes. Ooh. We have 1 minute to do something." Damn. I don't care. I said, "I don't care. That's 1 minute that I have on television that I did not have." Yeah. So we could do whatever. And then we talked real quick about whatever. And then he came. He's like, I'll talk to you a little bit." I said, "All right, cool. We'll get some lunch or whatever." He came back and said, "Hey, we have 2 minutes. So what do you want to do?" I said, "I just want to get my power slam. I just want to power slam you, man." And then I got my power slam. And Ring of Honor, they were like, "Topanga Unchained" at one point. They're like, "You're a power slam." He said Carino was like, "He's a love child of the missing link." And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, there's a story right there. Fuck me, Dano. Yeah, so the missing link, is that somebody that, everybody has anybody that's been in the business, they have people that's, been an influence of them. Like me, when I came in, some of my big influences was Raven and the Great Muta and Vampiro, so those are the guys that I kind of took my, attitude and style from. Right.
So was Missing Link one of those ones for you?
No, I had no idea who he was.
Oh, yeah?
To be honest with you. Like, people would always say it, like, oh, you remind me of the Missing Link. And I would just be like, yeah, all right. Yeah, so at first, they said it to me, and I'm like, oh, I was thinking, oh, Sammy Callahan. Someone called him Missing Link or something once.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. I have like my hair kind of like Sammy. And then like after everyone kept saying, I said, let me look this up because I feel like I need. And then I looked it up, and I was like, I'm nothing like this guy. Like nothing like it, whatever. And then like at one company, all the fans, they would chant Missing Link, Missing Link, Missing Link, all this stuff all the time.
Right.
So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to defend this championship. So I painted my face green.
Yeah.
Put the blue around my eyes. I copied his exact look to come out and was like, yo, here it is, the Missing Link. You want it? I'm here. And then they start chanting Ninja Turtle. And I said, what the
It's always something like that. You got to fucking love wrestling fans, man.
So I was like, oh, okay. But no, I never, everyone was like, yeah, maybe because of the hair, but like his hair was like on the back and then he had like a spot in the front.
Right.
Mine's just on the side.
Right.
But I mean, I don't care. Like after that, I went and started watching some of the stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. So like I kind of take here and there, like, oh, okay, if you're going to say it, I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
You know? So if anyone's listening, you want to be with us, Link, I'll be the found Link. Or something.
So who was some of the people that influenced you to get into the business?
Oh man, growing up, I was all about Bret Hart and Hogan. Like,
yeah,
I would have like sweatpants on as a kid, like black sweatpants and like black, just like a black tank top.
Right.
And my father worked at a steel mill, so he always had like really high socks that he had to wear. So I would snake those, and put them on, tuck the pants in, so because they were white, so it looked like white boots. And I grabbed like a little windbreaker that I had or something, sunglasses, and I would walk down my hallway, slapping the doorknobs of all the doors like they're fans, and go wrestle on my dad's bed with a pillow, like
Right. Yeah, I think everybody's had those cases as a kid.
Good old days.
So
I actually just started wrestling like that. Give me a pair of sweatpants and socks. I'm coming.
Yeah. I think somebody needs to for their first match actually come out like that. Like
I'm gonna do it on the first match back.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, you want professional gear? No, sweatpants and tube socks.
Yes.
I'm gonna sell these tube socks.
Yeah.
Go with my pale thighs.
Yeah. After the match, you just walk over to your merch table and be like, "Hey, I'm selling these socks, ring worn."
Yeah. They're right off my feet.
Yeah. Don't mind the smell.
I'll put a Dr. Scholl's inside of the sock. That way I have a nice soft sole. Like that's how Spider-Man would rock it.
That might actually work, man. That might actually work. So what? Pat, you better patent that, man.
Verbal trademark right now.
Verbal trademark, you guys hear it. If somebody comes out with that, me and Foxx are both coming after you. Remember that. Tag teaming you. We'll track you down. How was it working with Impact? You did a little bit with Impact.
I did a little bit with them, like so the way I got there was there's a company that I'm work for that's an amazing company in Pennsylvania called Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling, PPW. If you don't know who they are, look them up. They're awesome. And I was trying to get into there forever because I want to expand. I want to be wherever I can be.
Yeah.
And then like one of my buds was in there and I said, yo, can you help me out? And he was like, oh, well, I can't. I don't really have any pull. I said, I don't need pull. I just need you to be like, hey, there's a guy who wants to come and help out, you know?
Yeah.
But then one of my other homies was like, hey, they're doing a seminar with Impact and like they're choosing somebody for the show. And he's like, if you get there, then you probably would get PPW too. And I said, you know what? I'm going.
Yeah.
So I had the mindset, got in my car. I was like, I messaged the guy, I said, yo, how much is this thing? Blah, 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 $50. Here you go. Boom, PayPal, bam. On the way home from the show. So I went there and I was like, I got the mindset. I was like, all right, it's Impact tryout, little thing they're doing because they want people for the show and a tryout to tryout. Got my gear. I stood outside. It was supposed to be who the hell was it supposed? Sanjay Dutt was supposed to be the person running the seminar, but he happened to get signed or something WWE or something, so they switched it to Eddie Edwards and Sammy Callahan.
Okay.
Now I just happened to do a seminar with Sammy 4 or 5 months, the summer before that.
Right.
Or maybe a summer and a half, 2 summers. But he sat there the first time I met him in the ring, like in a seminar. He was like, "Yo, I bet your character's like this badass biker." I said, "Yo, you're completely wrong." And I showed him a picture. He's like, "Oh shit!" So I just happened to go there, and I'm just standing outside, letting the newer people do their stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like, all right, I'll show mine after. whatever. So I had the mindset, I'm getting on that show, I'm going to get on PPW, and I'm going to get booked at something. So went down, it happened, I knew Eddie from way back when I first started.
Right.
He kind of remembered me when I started talking to him. He was like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. So a little helped me a little bit, but then I went in and they liked my stuff because, I had some crisp stuff and like I'm good at what I'm doing.
Right.
And then I'm just standing there and Sammy just walked over. He's like, yeah, why you look so fucking cool right now? I said, what? I was just standing there with my hat on and just waiting for my turn.
Yeah.
So they liked it, and then the company chose, like, they had like 2 10-man tags or whatever so they could get some people some looks. Right. And they put me here and there, and then they liked what I did, and PPW started using me in a trios with the Punk Rock All-Stars. Uh-huh. And then I wrestled Disco Inferno and Molina, and there was like a 10-man, there's other people in it. Right. But those were like the main names. And then after that, Disco was like, yeah, we're doing the Impact taping at the arena. Right. I said, what? I said, what now? So I said, shit, I'm going. So I went first day, because I've been, I've known Tommy Dreamer for a while. So I was like, hey, Tommy, if there's anything I can do. So he hooked me with security and I was helping around, whatever they needed. Yeah. And then the next day they needed somebody. So Tommy came over and helped me out. I think Sammy might have went to bat for me too. Right. But then they put me on, with Madman Folin. And I said, hey, man, did you do a 5-buster? And he's like, no, not really. I said, can you? Yeah. Let me take one because I take an awesome one. You're 7 feet. Here we go. So I went, did that, and got to wrestle 1 on TV and 2 in the arena. Oh, nice. And then I remember sitting there on PlayStation watching it live on Twitch. Right. When it was airing last year, and I'm like, oh man. So I'm trying to film it off the TV because I'm like, whatever. Right. Copy. And then I'm just watching everyone talking shit in the comments, like, oh, who's this guy? This blah blah blah. This missing or whatever they're saying. I'm like, oh, damn it. But it was still cool because then it got me later on in the last November. I got to do some stuff with Impact over. I went down to the TV in New York City. We filmed a little bit. Security spots that help, ring crew and decide what you have to do. And then I did a match 2 days later. So, and then things were going good. I had contact with D-Lo and this and that, and then all this COVID happened. So, yeah. So everything I was working for is now on pause.
How's it been, since I'm not in the business anymore, me being on the outside of the business, looking in and not being the worker, how's that? Is wrestling like your full-time gig, or is it like a part-time gig, or, something along those lines? Did COVID affect it besides, affect your money? You know what I mean? You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, luckily, for 5 years, wrestling was all I was doing. Right. I quit my job. I told my one boss, because he would be like, yo, you're doing that backyard stuff, blah, blah, blah. You're a loser. Like, get out there. Because I was a truck driver. I said, hey, I'm never going to get where I'm going to be working here at 5 o'clock in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, trying to go to the gym, eat right on the road, and get where I want to be. Right. So I said, yo, hey, man, I'm out. He's like, what? I said, I quit. I got goals I'm trying to accomplish. Right. So I left. I quit. And then for 4 or 5 years, I just, 4.5, I just, bam, just wrestling on the weekends, hitting the gym during the week, whatever. And then I accidentally got a job. So last August, I was renting a car because my car, I've had 126,000 miles on it. It's only 5 years old because I bought it. I said, yo, using it for wrestling. Here we go. Yeah. So then I was renting a car when I would go to different spots because every time I hit a pothole, my wheel explodes because I got low pros. Right. So I rented a car here and there, and then they eventually were like, hey, man, the one guy who would hook me up was like, hey, you should work here because you get free rental. And I was like, what do I have to do? He's like, well, you just have to move the car from this parking lot to that parking lot, maybe pick somebody up and clean it out. Okay. It pays this and that an hour. So I happened to apply, and then they called me back, and they're like, hey, this position's filled. We can do this at the airport. So I don't want to go to the airport and sit in the parking garage at 4 a.m. in the winter. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I would just take a leave. I'm out. So I was on my way to the movies. I went on Craigslist, and I said, let me see what's out, just for whatever, shits and gigs. And then I saw a truck thing. I said, I delivered before for a few years. That's easy. Let me see what this is about. Sent out my thing in, hey, I'm interested, blah, blah, blah. Went and saw a movie, came out. They left me a message saying they'd like to bring you in for an interview. And then I started a week later, and I've been there since. But it's great because, one, I get full Ben, boom, boom. Right. I pay for all my WWE medical I needed. Right. And then, they're convenient, and then I don't have to work weekends, so I get out Friday, and then it's wrestling till Monday. Yeah. Well, it used to be.
Yeah. So how's it been, for old Foxx not being able to work for the last several months?
The last time I wrestled was February 29th for Providence Wrestle Party, and I wasn't even Foxx Vinyer. I was Chet Thundercloud Weather.
Ooh, wow, that sounds like an interesting name.
It was fun. The match was fun. I got to use a squirt gun, spray some people. I took cotton balls out of my pants and said it's snowing.
Oh, wow.
But I just want to I miss a crowd, man. Like I have nothing to look forward.
Right.
So at first I was like, all right, cool. COVID's done. I mean, wrestling's done. We got to take a break. So I worked during the week, and on weekends I would travel to go visit my girlfriend who lived 2.5 hours away.
Right.
And now that we split up, your boy has nothing to do on the weekend. And I just fucking sit around God damn it, give me work on Monday. Let me sleep till Monday.
Playing video games and eating fucking pizza.
Yeah, eating shit. I'm trying to record some music. Maybe go to find a gym, or my aunt her husband has some weights, go lift weights, where it's just so boring. At least I got a few rounds of golf. Yeah. But so if any single ladies are listening, hey, what's up? Hit me up. But it's just so boring. I can't wait to be able to have something to look forward to again.
You know, I've been kind of like that. You know, I like I said previously, I worked in the restaurant business, so not being able to work through the restaurant business, I started doing live streaming again, and everything like that. Through my YouTube channel and stuff like that, and I was just like, man, it's just, I like working and everything like that. I like the restaurant gig. It's fun. I have fun doing it. I enjoy cooking. So, I always looked at it as a fun thing, but then I was just like, man, I got to do something. For the first week of COVID, when I got laid off and everything, I was just like, oh man, I'm going to take a break, chill. And, work will be back in a week or two. I'm like, cool. I was kind of naive on it, but at the same time, I had prepared for it being longer.
Right.
Just to be on the safe side. And then by a week and a half goes by, and I was like, God damn, I'm fucking bored. I'm tired of fucking sitting in this fucking house. I'm tired of doing this shit. I'm just going to start doing my live streams again. I'm going to start doing my live streams again. And I went I did 4 live streams in a week, just bullshitting back and forth, doing the experience. And then I had just did a bunch of shit. And then after a while, I was just like, man, you know what? I'm kind of bored of these live streams already. I'm just going to start doing the podcast. I'm going to change the podcast into what we're doing now. And it went off to the races, and I've been solid on it for the last month and a half. I've been dropping 2 and 3 a week. My first week I dropped 5 podcasts in 1 week. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking work, man. A lot of fucking work, but man, it's something to look forward to. I'm back to work now in the restaurant biz, so I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And
I sit in a truck for 7 hours.
Yeah,
I mean 250 miles a day.
Yeah, well, it's good. It'd be good being able to listen to podcasts though. I'm a big I like listening to podcasts. I like listening to people talk in general.
It would be if I wasn't driving through mountains and had no service at anything. It sucks. So what I've been doing that has gotten me through a little bit, the last. I mean, it's been depressing. Not gonna lie. I'm fresh out of a relationship. It sucks driving by yourself, and you're like, "Fuck, man, I'm thinking about every goddamn thing in the world."
Yeah.
Why ain't she calling?
Right.
So I've been just going on YouTube and going wherever and just getting some drums and listening to some drums. All right, cool. And I would go home, play some guitar, make something quick, put it on a USB, and then I'd listen to it in the truck for hours and hours and just write lyrics and think of lyrics and then go record and then rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. Get a little bit of aggression now because I can't hit anybody to wrestle.
Right.
Or hit, give me a weight, give me something. They just recently took off they put stop signs on top of the rims at basketball courts so you can't shoot.
Damn.
So I'm like, well, now they're off. I'm about to go get there.
Now I thought the way that some of these governors and city officials reacted, I think some of the things that they did was a little bit overreaching. If you follow me on Facebook or anything like that, I'm pretty political and I talk a lot of shit. And I've said it 100 times over on my show already. About the overreach, and I think some of the stuff was unnecessary that they did. I understand that it was a pandemic and people were dying and stuff like that, but they were really out there trying to do some wacky and crazy shit. Arresting people and booking them and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you're arresting people for wanting to go out and fucking work. What type of retarded shit is this?
That's crazy. It was crazy stuff. I mean, my ex was super panicky about it. And since she lived down by the city and she worked near the city,
yeah.
So it was even worse. And all I wanted to do was see her, and then that eventually kind of broke up. Unless she was, cheating around because we're 2 hours away.
Yeah,
I'm up here, blah blah blah. So if any of her friends are listening, what the fuck?
So you messaged me the other day, and you said that you got some shit to say and essentially clear the air on some stuff, and you didn't make me privy to any of that stuff. So So I'm gonna give you some time to lay some shit out, lay some of the shit out that you have on your mind, man.
Yeah, so I mean, like right now, there's that whole speak out movement going on, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, and it is good. Get the scumbags out of where they are.
Yeah.
But then some people now are dropping my name and saying I'm doing this and that. And then a bunch of workers are coming out saying that I'm a piece of shit, that they want to fight and all this stuff. So they're mad at me because they say I'm an asshole the way that I talk to them.
Right.
Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a locker room with somebody or called a match with anybody.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
But like sometimes you got to shut motherfuckers down.
Right. Oh,
like,
yeah.
If you're like, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. No, man, like that doesn't make sense.
Right.
No, it doesn't make sense. See, my issue is that I try to do what's best for the next show, after that.
Right.
For the show after that. Right. So like, what are you doing? My cat's ripping my blinds down. I'm fucking up on the cooling cat. So like,
power slam it.
If you're like, hey, I want to, if they want to like, yo, I want to do this dive and stuff. Okay, that's cool. Do your dive. However, don't do it in the beginning of the match or don't do it when it doesn't make sense. What I want you to do is make sense. So everyone's like, oh man, Foxx is so mean. He's shutting me down. He doesn't want to do anything. He's such an asshole. No, people. I mean, I will apologize. Yeah, the way that I speak and the way that I talk to like somebody, comes off very rude, very obnoxious, very asshole.
Right.
No, I don't mean it. I'm just talking to you as if I'm talking like this is how I talk to my aunt, this is how I talk to my father, how I talk to my best friends. We're just talking. This is how we shoot the shit. It's just man, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't be offended. Even I have to like have a disclaimer shirt. You know, new t-shirt, I did it right now.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. I don't mean how I say it. It comes off weird Asperger's or whatever they call the situation. So like if you're in a match with me and you're like, hey, how was the match? Like, what did you think? Or if you ask me to watch your fucking match, yo, how was it? How did you feel? How did you think? And if I tell you, dude, that was good. That was awesome. You're great. I didn't watch your match. I didn't care. But if you ask me to watch your match and say, please be raw with me, and I say, yo, that looked like shit. This was shit. This was drizzling shit. I never actually used the word drizzling shit, something like that.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, it's shit. However, I'm not shitting on you. Right. Because I'm the first one to be like, yo, so hey man, I do a really good arm drag, so I want to do it in the match. Okay, cool, man. Arm drag. Hey, how'd the arm drag feel? You kind of went to your knee, like it kind of looked like shit, like it made me look shitty, made you look shitty. Yeah. But that's what I'll say it to him. And then, but I'll be the first person to be like, yes, that was shitty, but guess what, dude? Let's fix it. Let me help you. Yeah. Let's do it right now. We got time. Let's work on it. Every time I shit on somebody, and I don't like shitting is the wrong term. I'm not shitting at anybody. So if you're listening, I'm not shitting at you. Grow the fuck up. Right. I'm saying it just as real. Like my trainer just put me over maybe this year. I've known him since 2006. The first thing he said to me when I went to training, I'm never going to put you over. Don't ask me to speak highly of you. You have to earn what you get. Right. And for years, he would just give me the look like, yo, that shit was hot. You know? Yeah. But he wouldn't actually come out and be like, that shit was awesome. You fucking killed it. Right. Until maybe within like the last year. Yeah. I'm like, yo, your shit's nice. Yeah. You start crying. Thanks.
Finally, after 11 years.
Yeah. So like, there's this one kid out there right now, Cadillac Jones. He's straight ass cheeks. If you watch my video, I threw the motherfucker in a trash can. Yeah. Like, I threw him in a dumpster. I tell him every time I see him, you were garbage. You were trash. I hate you. But he messages me and I'm like, yeah, man, let's go fucking work out. Let's get you better. Let's make it so you don't suck. Let's make it believable. Like, I'm here to help you. And he said the same thing. He said it to me too. He's like, dude, you fucking asshole, man. You're fucking dickhead. And then he's like, yo, he literally said this to me a month ago or whatever in front of his girlfriend and everything. He's like, yo, man, I fucking hate I didn't know how to, but now I understand how you talk to you. Dude, you're fucking hilarious to shit, man. Yeah. Like, I get how you speak and I'm not offended by it. Like, I get it. Yeah.
I think that's a big thing in pro wrestling, just in life in general. Is like, I'm somewhat similar to you. You know, I speak my mind. I say what I gotta say. And I don't really pull punches with people. And I think
don't ask me to do something and then get mad if I do it.
Oh yeah. You know, and I'll use an example. When I first started doing YouTube, in the community that I was in, in the reselling community on YouTube, we sell things on the internet and shit like that. A lot of people was, offended by a lot of things I said and whatnot, so they sent their little goon squads after me, and just did retarded shit. And so I would start making videos about them and be like, look guys, like I'm not the one to fuck with whenever if you say that you're about shit and then when somebody gives you that smoke back, don't cower in the corner and go, oh, he's attacking me and he's being mean to me and he's trying to hurt me and stuff like that. Like, don't give it to me if you can't give it back. Also, on that flip side, don't think that I'm going to be one of those people that's going to, butter your bread for you. If you ask me to, what do you think of this? I'm going to be like, well, it's all right.
Like, I'm not, I want you, like anyone that's ever asked me, like if I don't talk to you, like how I'm talking to you now, then I'm not fucking with you.
Oh yeah.
Like if you want me to, hey man, how are you? Oh, that's cool. All right, brother. Talk to you later. Yeah, good match. Okay, that means don't bother me. Like I don't care about what you're doing.
Right.
But if I'm like, yo, bro, like here's what we could do. Let's get this in the thing. We do this. Blah 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 blah. Like, let me give you an example here. My former tag team partner, Jimmy Limits. We were part of the Echo Boomers. This and that. So he and I would travel for a few years, and like he was just 19 or 20,
right?
Some gimmick like that. It was just fresh out. Had like 2 matches. Had a stupid character, and like actually he didn't have a character. He just had a name,
right?
Kelly. And I'm like, what's your character? What is this? I don't know. I'm just okay, cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just found my character like a year ago.
Right?
I'm still advancing and still working on me.
Yeah.
But you can line up a million people and I can give them each something that I see that they could work with. But not, I can't. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I have my own thing. Like I can't pull off a high school kid punker. So like I told him, I said, yo, dude, you know what you need to do? You're kind of like this chubby blonde kid. You remind me of like Chris Farley-ish. You need to come out with a red Solo cup and a trucker hat and just be like throwing like things, whatever. And then like when there's a huge show, like a WrestleMania show for any type of indie, come out with a garbage can spray painted red and a volleyball and have the fans shoot like you have a giant pond cup.
Right.
No, man, that's stupid. It'll never work. Now who's fucking has red Solo cups out? And like another thing with him is that the homie was like, yo, I sing. I said, you do what now? He's like, I sing, like I'm in drama.
Right.
I said, you're in drama. Why are you not singing promo? Why are you not doing this? What you should do is hit your finisher, get on one knee, have them bring your cape over, put it on you. No, take it off, hit your finisher again, and then pin them again.
Right.
And then have your fans throw roses at you. Sell roses, like the dollar, you know what I'm saying? Like dollar roses, plastic shit. Sell that at your fucking merch table, and then you make bank. And then it's like, oh shit, you can buy at the party store. I have one, a 16-foot fake red carpet. Walk to the fucking ring with that. Do all this shit. No, man, I'm singing is not going to do the thing. And then Aiden English comes out singing promos. Well,
yeah.
So like nowadays, so we traveled, and like he would be one of the ones that gets upset at the way that I would talk to him.
Right.
Because I'm like, yo, because he would always try to do stuff, but not do anything. Like do a lot, but never tell like a story, or he wouldn't care.
Right.
But like, and which sucks because I told him years ago, I was like, dude, because he's like 6'1", and I sold him a pair of boots that made him like 6'3".
Right.
And I'm like, bro, you like 6'3", he had like really long hair and started growing his beard out. Kind of look like Big Cass, like in the face and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you could be signed. You're 21 years old. Like, just learn to work. You can do the moves. Anyone could do the move. Right. Like my cat's wrestling right now, killing the game.
Yeah.
Like, but just get the in-betweens, man. Like make sure things matter. Like, why did you give him a European uppercut and then do it again? Why? But then not go back to work his chest or his neck where the uppercut worked? Or why are you doing this? Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I would always try to like do things, and we have good chemistry with our matches. And I'd be like, yo, let's do this because I know he can do stuff. I trust him. Right. With doing shit. So it was like, yo, let's kill this spot because I know we could do it. And he started slowly because I would do the Ring of Honor style and like the fast style, and I would slowly adapt it with him when we would work. And then we would wrestle everywhere against each other. And then like, you know what I'm saying? Like it would pick up. Yeah. So, and then we one of our fallings out was we were calling a match. And I was supposed to be a heel, and he was supposed to be a heel. Right. Against the babyface in the ring. Yeah. But one of the things was it was a triple threat for a heavyweight title. Mm-hmm. Vacant. Remember this. Vacant heavyweight title. So it's a vacant title, and then like I'm like, hey, go for a pin. I said, you hit a move right away. Go for the pin. But I will grab you, rip you off of the other dude, or the chick, rip you off, and throw you over the top and then go for the pin. That makes me more of a heel.
Yeah.
What he wanted was, I said, yo, let me rip you off and throw you over. He's like, no, rip me off and then I'll throw you over. Go to reverse it. I said, me reversing you throwing me off makes me a baby face.
Yeah.
If I just throw you out and go right back to smashing her face in, I'm the heel because I just cheated you.
Right. Yeah.
But then he kept arguing about that. I was like, all right, man, fuck it. Do what you want to do. And then he like yelled at me. I yelled at him. And then like, I mean, we still did the match, but it was just like, and I was talking to him, like, one of the big things that people are bitching at now because someone posted a video or some shit is like, I was talking to my friend. Like, it wasn't me disrespecting this dude. Like, he's like a little brother on the road with me. You know, I'm talking to him as my boy. Like, yo, man, we're having an argument, blah, 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 but we're fighting right now about this match. Like, this shit's getting wild. Like, I want to punch you in the face because you're annoying me so much.
Right.
However, I know once we fucking figure it out, we're going to go kill it because we have good chemistry.
Right.
That's why we were attacking. That's why you're wearing my fucking boots, my singlet. I bought you shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but like, people will hear it and they'll be like, oh man, he's shutting down ideas. And yes, I admit it. If you're listening, whoever, I have shut down ideas. However, I opened up other ones.
Right.
The first thing I say, if I was wrestling you, dude, it was like, hey, we're in a match. First thing I say to anybody, what do you do?
What do you do? And I'm just like, and I'd be like, well, you know, I'm kind of a no flashy stuff. Really, I punch, kick, and I try to be as nasty as I can.
Okay, so I'll ask you that. So, all right, man, you're gonna be this nasty. So I got Firework right here. I'm flashy. I'm gonna do some flashy shit. We'll do some improv in between.
Yep.
What moves are you good at?
I'm good at punching. I'm good at kicking, and I'm good at just you know, your old school heel shit. You know,
and just like I would say to them, punching and kicking ain't shit.
Exactly. So,
can you do a spine buster?
Oh yeah.
Okay, fine. Bam, you got a spine buster. I can take one. Good. Let's figure where we're gonna put that. What else do you do? Sidewalk slam.
Oh yeah.
Fucking choke slam. Boom. All right. We got a sidewalk slam. We got a spine buster, and we got say a fucking discus clothesline.
Right.
We got 3 moves for you right there. And all right. So now let's put them in where I could do it. I do a German suplex. Do you take Germans pretty good?
Yeah.
Cool. Here's an idea. You throw me into the buckle. Oh, hard buckle. You charge in like you're gonna hit my gut. I will up and over forward at you. You turn around, chase me. I will jump up and over you, behind you, grab you, German suplex. Now I'm G'd up. I'll turn and charge you. Spine buster the fuck out of me. We're both down for it.
Yep. Sounds good.
Right? And that's what I would do. Like, there's a dude, Pratt out there, like, he's at PPW.
Yeah.
An amazing dude. We had a match at Monster Fact, and he had this one spot. Bop, 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 bam, whatever it was, I forget. It ended with I don't know, something. But I said, what if you switch whatever you're doing? Because like a kick and another kick into like a basement something. I said, yo, what if you give me a basement flatliner and then it flips right into something else? And I said, first thing I said to him was, hey man, I'm going to give you this idea. Some people get mad at me when I do this, but you don't have to use it. I'm just giving you the idea.
Yeah.
And just throwing it out there. You can throw it back.
Yeah.
So I spit the knowledge, spit it down, and he was like, yeah, I like that. It's way better and it fits better.
Mm-hmm.
I said, all right, cool, man. Let's fucking do it. And then we killed the match. We killed it because I threw an idea. He liked it. I said, yo, I'll still do the original plan that you want to do because it's your move. I'm trying to get you over.
Right.
Like, but then, like, some people get mad because, like, they shut it down because, like, hey, I want to get in, like, the super backflip, super kick. Okay, cool, but where does it go? Like, I have 5 moves I want to get in.
Well, I mean, you also got to take into consideration when somebody says something, you know, like, oh, you know, I want to do this backflip super kick type thing. Does it make sense to do it on that show? Like, one thing, right. I had a conversation with a guy, old school cat, the other day, and he talked a lot about people doing stuff that's not needed on every single show. Like, you know, save your, you know, he essentially, I'm trying to remember exactly how he said it. He says there's a lot of people that do a lot of stuff that don't need to be doing it, and it's not because they can't do it. It's not because they can't do it. It's because that it doesn't need to be done at that particular time.
Correct. Like, I do a springboard moonsault.
Yeah.
I don't need to, but I do it. I only do it at big time things. Like, I wrestled Damian Priest. He was Partnership Martinez.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I do this move. It's my Ric Flair bunch. I get G'd up, a hype, hit that springboard. I miss. You hit me with something. Bam. I think he hit me like a flying kick.
Yeah.
I missed it at a Ring of Honor show. Boom. And then I got hit with a DVD into the corner and then lost. Like,
yeah.
It's a setup. If you can do it, do it.
Yeah.
Like some people always say it doesn't make sense if you do it. But
Yeah.
why? Like, I can do it, so it does make sense. It just has to make, anything you do can make sense. It's
Yeah.
just where you do it.
Yeah.
Like go back to limits and shit. Like, the dude is good. Like, he's in his own way.
Right.
And I wish we didn't have a falling out because I liked him as a friend. Like, he was my friend. Like,
Yeah.
traveled and we went to hotels and trampoline parks and shit together. And it sucks
Yeah.
because now he is talking his shit about me online, which is like, come on, bro, like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. Do what you gotta do. If everyone shit on Foxx, do it.
Well, you know, man, hey, I've been out of the business a long time now. I got out in probably 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. And I come back to the Midwest because I was over on the East Coast. I was over in the Pennsylvania area. When I left, I lived over there for about a year and a half over in the Lancaster area. And I moved away from the Midwest where I predominantly wrestled at, and I kind of left on bad terms. I just kind of bounced out. Like I said earlier, I needed to fix my head. I was fucking manic. Like I was going down some very dark roads. And I realized that I needed to just get away. If I told anybody that I was getting away from it, everybody would try to talk me out of it, and then I would end up doing it. Right. It's kind of like when you're dealing with somebody that's a junkie or has been a junkie. You don't want to take that junkie into a place that he could potentially or she could potentially go back to doing the type of stuff that was really harming them. So I just bounced out and I didn't tell anybody, and that soured a lot of people on me. Soured me on a lot of people. Like I have guys that I rode up and down the roads with, still to this day, almost 9 years later, still does not talk to me because of that one situation. And I got to the point in my life where I was just like, you know what? Maybe we can find some reconciliation somewhere and sometime. But, if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Then I know what I did in my life, getting away from, the shit that was toxic in my life. I think that was the best thing for me. And sometimes you have really good friends, and you have guys that you thought you were best friends with, and you just realize that, they were just associates at the time, and really nothing more than that.
I was really good friends with a woman in the business that we actually ended up dating. Mm-hmm. And now she's attacking me with a bunch of bullshit that's out of context, and still no one really knows. So anyone listening, in case you didn't fucking know, for a year and a half we were dating out there. I know she was hiding it for a year because of other things. So just so y'all motherfuckers know. Mm-hmm. But and a lot of people that I was boys with, I'm like, yo, what's up? And then it's like, oh, cool. Like, they step back. I get it. Do your thing. Space yourself out. There's very few in wrestling that you can count. I can count maybe on a hand and a half of people that I are my homies, that I talk to and yo, like King Leon the Sixth, man, that's my dude. When I met him, I said the same thing to him when we got in a match. Hey man, that shit was shitty, bro. Yeah. Let's fucking work on it because you're good. And then we did. And then he and I had a match last year for the Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling's No Limits Championship. Mm-hmm. I defended Pennsylvania title a half hour from my home because they gave me permission to go and bring the belt everywhere. I defended that shit in states everywhere. And we came and he came early. We drove over to this restaurant, had a fucking beer, had a burger, called the match, went out to the show and murdered it. It was one of my favorite matches. I will watch it over and over. Mm-hmm. And they got Mike Orlando. Yeah. Same thing. Me and him have been up and down on mad shit throughout the years. Same situations of how we came up, what we're doing. We're close to the ring, and if something happens, oh, he got injured, or I had this happen, I was about to do a match, I tore my bicep. And then there's other people that you're cool with. Yeah. But then you can't talk to them. Yeah. And this is what I'm learning. So if I'm in the locker room and I'm talking to you and we're homies, I'm talking to you like homies, I can't trust it. I can't trust you now because everyone that I've talked to had legit watching you talk shit about. Oh yeah. Why I'm still being on my friends list. Right. And then because they get the same rep. How I was talking about it earlier, oh man, he's such a piece of shit, he does this. Nah man, I'm not shitting on any of you. Mm-hmm. You were all good enough to be here. Some of you suck. I suck. Mm-hmm. I'm not the greatest thing in the world. I can do shit. Same with I'll bring it to how I play guitar. I'm horrible. However, I can write a song. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm I can play one song really good, and I'll make it look like it's, dude, that guy fucking rocks, man. Let's suck his dick off. But right. You know what I'm saying? But now I've lost bookings over some allegation bullshit that's being posted right now.
Right.
Like, and it's not even true. It's all out of context stuff that I was texting my friend, someone I thought was my friend that clearly knocked.
Right.
So like it's hard to like trust and like this and that, but like when wrestling starts up, there's going to be a whole new Foxx. Like, I will talk to you, I will help you with your match. Other than that, I can't fuck with you because I can't trust you. I don't know what your agenda is. I don't know how you're going to try to fuck up what I've been working for a living.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
here to get to a better spot.
Do you care?
Help me do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you care to elaborate on the context that you say that's missing from what people are making allegations? See, real quick, one thing before he gets into this thing, anybody who watches this show, whether it be people that's opposing Foxx or people that may oppose me eventually, I am the type of person, I give a platform to people that just want to talk. I'm a person who wants to know context and who wants to know the full story. I'm not the type of person who just goes out and basic, accusations about people. There's times where I do it in a comedic fashion, but like when I'm shit talking, heads of state or, politicians and stuff like that. Obviously I'm just fucking around, even though I probably mean most of that stuff. I'm fucking around at the same time. But when it comes down to normal, average folk, average people, make sure that the accusations that you're accusing people of, whether it be, what's going on in the wrestling world now, and I'm going to preface this by saying, make sure that the thing is solid and the context is full, and make sure you show all context, because those things, when you do those things, when you say and do certain things to people, that has a lot of repercussions. And there's been a lot of people on sides like that get accusations and shit thrown at them, and then their entire life is completely ruined and everything that they've ever worked for is gone.
Yeah, and not even in wrestling, like
that's just in life.
Jobs. Like, you can't be with your kids, you can't, what I'm saying?
And that's not me saying don't believe people. That's me saying make sure the context is full, and you don't just make sure, like, say somebody accused you. I'm going to go, hey, Foxx, what's up with this? Give me the context. Let me hear let me hear your side. Also, I'm going to preface that by going, hey, I'm going to go back to this person. I'm going to try to get their side. Most of the time when shit like this goes down, people, you're going to have to realize that there's one side, or there's the truth always lies somewhere in the middle. One person have one side,
there's your side, their side, and the truth.
Exactly. So with all that being said, Foxx, lay out the context. If you want to get into detail, man, be my guest. If you don't want to say names, be my guest. You don't have to say the names. I'm sure those people will know it, but just lay your shit out there, man. Let the people hear, what you got on your mind, man.
Right, like how I was talking about earlier, like, hey, I was calling that match with Jimmy Limits about some shit.
Yeah.
Now, someone posted a video that was recorded without my knowledge about it in the locker room. And now the context is coming off that Foxx Vinyer is just yelling at this dude about his shine.
Right. Not
giving any context of us calling the match and how shit. That doesn't make sense for me to be a heel trying to get another heel over who at first was like, yo, I'm going to start the match and get out of here.
Right.
And I'm like, well, why are you getting out of the ring? It's for a title. But no matter what, the point of wrestling is to win. Yeah, and then he was like, yo, but I'm a chicken shit. I said, okay, cool, get out of the ring. But then later on in the match, he tried calling something where he came in. I said, but you're a chicken shit, why are you coming in? Yeah, but I'm a cheap heel. You can't be both heels.
Right.
You can't be a chicken shit heel and a cheap heel. Not working. So, like, the context, I guess, of the video someone wrote was like, this is where he said, let the men speak.
Yeah.
And I never, this is what I guess me and Jimmy fell out about, is what you mentioned. I never would say that, one, especially to this person in the ring, let the men speak. Because one, I would never say that because that's stupid. Two, I wouldn't talk to you that way because I cared. I was in love with you at one point. I cared about you. You were like a person I respected. Even when this was brought up to me, when me and Jimmy Limits fell out last year or whatever it was, I'm like, yo, you said this to them and to her. No. So I sent a text message to her, and I was like, yo, you saying I said? She's like, no, you said a lot of things to me, but you've never said that. That's not you. Okay, cool. Glad we cleared that up. But,
right.
Of course, I don't have that text to put up for the show because now it's just Foxx Vinyer's public enemy number one. He treats people like shit. Someone even came out saying, oh, he treats women like shit. Bro, you don't even know me.
Right.
You don't know who you're talking to. Like, and like another dude trying to say, oh, he posted, oh, he matched with a girl on Tinder, a friend of mine, and said, I want to go on a hike without someone who would die. Yeah, the text is like, hey, you like hiking? Hey, what do you want to do? Oh, my goal is just to meet somebody who can go on a hike and not die. As in, I don't want a fat piece of shit. Give me someone who can go out and go to a trampoline park with me and kick it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But of course, everything's taken out of context, and now on the bad. Everything else I won't go into because I don't want to like incriminate myself about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not that anything wrong, but like what I'm doing.
Right. Right.
Clear myself.
Right.
Of bullshit, because none of it's true. It's out of context stuff. Of just think. Like one of the things that was posted, I guess, was it came off as me as a stalker or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what? Because I sent a text message to my friend saying, hey, I just saw you, you know?
Right.
I was like, no, that wasn't me. And I'm just like, yo, you weren't in your car wearing your outfit from work that you wear, your uniform, doing this? No. Oh, okay, then you have a doppelganger.
Right.
And then it's like, hey, you want to grab food later and we'll talk about the match. But then it's like, oh, you put me through so much stuff. Like, what are you talking about, though?
Right. Yeah.
And like stuff like that. And now I've lost 2 bookings because of shit like that.
Right.
And like, and people are like, yo, I'm happy he's losing bookings because it's no, don't be happy. That's what you want to be in wrestling. Someone who's happy that somebody else is losing income and the reputation and everything they've worked for, especially when there's real people out there who are fucking being affected and who are being, you know what I'm saying? Like victims. Yeah. But like, that's all I want to say about that shit. But like, my main thing is everyone with the shit talking of how they think I'm a piece of shit and this and that. Just, you know, talk to me and realize I'm not shitting on you.
Right.
Or your work.
Right.
I'm shitting on you, maybe like, what's the lightest poop you could have? That's what I'm doing. And it's not even saying like, yo, you're a piece of shit, you should quit wrestling, never fucking wrestle again.
Right.
It's, hey man, that looked like duty.
Yeah.
Let's make it look like better.
Yeah.
And let's stay in the ring.
You know, I get that a lot from people sometimes. Like I've had people over my life where they'll ask me something. I'm just like, it's shit. It looks okay. That's especially in work. You know, like I've had people like, oh, you're mean. I'm like, nah, man. Like if I'm joking around with you and fucking with you, you know, and being friendly with you, it's friendly to me, but it's not. It might not be friendly to you, even though everybody makes dumb jokes. You know what I mean? Right. You know, like I'll use an example. Somebody at work, somebody at one of my place I used to work, they were doing something stupid at that time, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was just like, could you stop being a fucking moron? You know, like I'm not mad at you, but could you just stop being a fucking moron? You know, type shit. You know, like because you're being a fucking moron.
For common sense.
You know, like if you're on my, like if somebody want me to apologize for something and I'm like, nah, like I'm not, what I said was joking. The person obviously knows it's a joke because they're sitting there laughing with me. And you know, it's not like it's not hard to tell when somebody's like uncomfortable about a situation. Right. It's really not hard. And if the person's sitting there looking at you face to face and they're literally like, ha ha ha, yeah, you know, ha ha, you know, and they're laughing just as hard as you're laughing about something, and they're giving you no motives, no eyes, being like, hey, you know, that's kind of wrong a little bit, you know, maybe you shouldn't go there. And then somebody else runs in and they're all like, you need to apologize, da da da. And I'm just like, bro, like, look, like me and this person's obviously cool. Why are you keeping this going? Stop being a fucking moron. Right. You know, it's stupid shit like that where people are just weird nowadays, man. They want to be like,
everyone's so sensitive and they want to get offended easy. Like, yeah, I get it. Like if something offends you, just be like if I'm talking to you and I say something and the tone comes off wrong, yeah, and then like you kind of eat it the wrong way, just be like, hey man, I didn't feel not comfortable, but like I didn't appreciate it, or like how did you come up? I didn't really like that.
Yeah, how do you mean by, what do you mean by that? Because like I might take that the wrong way.
I had this type of conversation with my ex-girlfriend because I would talk the same way, and it took her a little bit to understand because I said something to her and she was like, "What? Hell no!" She took the earrings off. She's ready to go down. Right. And I'm like, I said, "Whoa, wait a minute." She's like, "Well, I didn't like how you said that to me." Mm-hmm. I said, "But I wasn't saying it to you like anyway." She's like, "Yeah, but this is how it came off." And I said, "You know what? I apologize. You're probably right. It did come off that way, but that's not how I meant it. Here's how I meant it." And then I just found a different way with different words to say. Right. You know, So hey man, that shit looks, your elbow drop, kind of shit.
Yeah.
Hey, oh no man, it didn't look that great. It just looked a little off the timing, but we could work on it. I can show you, give you an idea. Just like switching up the words.
Yeah.
So anyone listening, like, I'm not shitting on. I don't hate you. Y'all hate me. And it's been a thing, like, I can't even tell you, even it does take people a little bit to get to know who I am and how I speak, to be like, oh, yeah, I understand his speech pattern.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even notice it. So if there is like a real scientific medical term of what's going on, please somebody let me know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm not meaning for it to come off like a dry thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just bullshitting with people that I believe are my friends. Like, yo, what's up, dude? What up, dude? Oh man, that shot was horrible, man. You suck at this. Oh, this is your opinion. You should probably go to school for.
Yeah.
Or whatever bullshit.
I've always been one of those people that's like, people don't get me when they first meet me or they first come across me, and because I wouldn't say I don't have a very dry sense of humor, but I'm very blunt and very vocal about some things, and some people get the wrong impression of me until they have time to sit down and talk to me. Like I've done, I think your episode would be 102 episodes. 102 episodes of me, laying out my story and my life and everything like that. Some good, some bad. I've shared my entire life on this show. So what the best thing that you can do with people, and this is for the people listening, and maybe for you, Foxx, is to be able to get to be able to understand somebody. You need to actually take that time to actually try to understand that person. And I'm saying that because in this day and age where people are so quick and ready to jump on you,
right. People want to end people so quick
on a whim, and the whole cancel culture, and just end people without understanding who the actual person is as a person, not as a personality, not as a wrestler or anything like that, but as a person. I think we as a society, especially in American culture, I think we need to be able to don't be so quick to jump and end people on a whim, because sometimes we don't know what those people, we don't know the story of those people. Like I have a buddy. He just recently, over the past couple weeks, there was a protest in his town, and he did a counter protest, and now everybody's like, calling him all kinds of crazy ass names and shit like that, and throwing his shit all over the, kind of like they're doing you, and I'm just like, guys, he's like, I know this guy. Like, he's not like that. He's not what you're saying he is. He might get a little mouthy and stuff like that, but people are inherently flawed individuals. We're all flawed. We all say dumb and stupid shit in our lives, but what most people don't realize is they think just because you say something stupid, that means you're that type of person as a whole. But you don't know what brought them to that conclusion, or to that point of whatever they say. In other words, guys, just try to be more understanding of people of all sides, of all shapes, sizes, colors, whatever. I think we'd be a lot better if we just start talking to each other instead of trying to end each other. I think that's our biggest problem that we have in society today, is we're trying to end each other and not actually talking to each other to solve problems. Like the people that are accusing you, like, this is my first time actually talking to you. So I'm not going to be one of those types of people that's like, fuck it, end Foxx type thing. I'm going to be like, nah, man, I want to get to know you. I want to understand you. I want to hear about your shit, like what's going on with you type stuff. And I think society as a whole would be a lot better if we learn to understand each other and bridge those gaps instead of try to blow those and build those bridges instead of trying to blow those bridges up.
Yeah, what happened to people being fun?
Yeah.
I used to go to the park with my friends and just chill and like swing on swings or go play in the woods and always just bullshit and make fun of each other and just have fun. Like, oh, blah, 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 you have red hair, you're a stepchild, you can get...
Oh, yeah, you're a ginger, you don't have a soul.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, I'm gonna talk to you soon. See you later, buddy, see you next week. It's like, it's just crazy, because like wrestling, let's get back to talking a little bit of wrestling.
Yeah, we can.
Like, wrestling is a big part of my life.
Right.
Like, I've dedicated so much shit. Like, I've worked injured, I've given up girls, I've given up money, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
doing everything I can to get where I'm trying to be.
Right.
And I'm still getting there. I'm still working on me. I'm still trying to get in better shape. Like, I always want to be in better shape. I want to work on a gimmick. I want to work on promos. I want to work on this. I want to get in the ring and do shit. Like, wrestling is fun.
Right.
If you let it be. But now there's a lot of negativity that's in it. And that sucks. And believe me, I would be the first one. Like, don't come at a wrestling show. Don't come in a locker room if you're like bigot or racist or against homophobe or like homosexuals or any of that shit. Don't do that. Like, don't be an asshole. Yeah, it's no place for you. Don't fucking take your dick out. Like, like it's just common sense, bro.
My trainer, great dude, wonderful dude. He went by the name of Johnny Courageous. He was a gay dude, and he first when you first start where I started at, he's the trainer, so he'll take the whole group down and be like, oh, okay, look, everybody, I just wanted to let you guys know, just so you hear it from the horse's mouth. He goes, he said, I am a gay man. If you have a problem with that, we can talk about it. If you don't have a problem with that, cool. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am gay. And that way nobody feels uncomfortable about anything like that, of any sort, because, there is people that type of way that's uncomfortable with that stuff.
Right, even if they're okay with it,
and there was a guy at one time, I remember, and I'd already been maybe a year and a half in, like I had already started wrestling and everything like that. And there was this dude, he was probably like 6'5", 300-pound guy. Big ass motherfucker, 4 times the size of me. I'm a small guy, I'm like 5'5", 5'6", 190, 200 pounds, so I'm a small guy. And this dude's 6'5", 300 pounds. And when Johnny told that guy that, cause I was standing next to Johnny at that time because I was, one of the people that helped him with class and stuff like that. Right. So that guy jumped up, kicked his chair back, and he's like, I got a fucking problem with that. And I said, no hesitation. And I was just like, if you got a problem with that, then you got a problem with me.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I go, let's talk about this. And he's like, nah, I ain't talking about that. And the dude got up and walked away, and we're like, okay, cool. That's the way it is. So like, and that's me being understanding. I was just like, if you got a problem with it, you got a problem with me, but let's go talk about it and see if we can get past this. The guy didn't want to talk about it. Okay, go ahead, leave.
Yeah, like, hey, why does it bother you? Like, what can we help you?
Yeah.
Like, my uncle's gay, my cousin's gay. Like,
yeah. And it's just, I don't know, man. Like, what do you think is something, like, I have my opinions of wrestling today, and you hear it, a lot of old guys, they have their opinions of wrestling. For somebody that's in the business today, actively in the business, what do you think is the biggest thing that's missing in the industry today?
As far as like trying to become a wrestler, or
just as a worker, like, what do you think is the biggest thing that's wrong that workers do that essentially, I guess you could say, makes the business look shitty?
Not control their social media, I feel like.
Okay.
If you're getting into I'm trying to understand your question completely.
Okay, say like a lot of old guys, a lot of the old guys, they're all like, all that flippy shit type, they just do it out on a whim, and there's no rhyme or reason. You got heels doing babyface moves. You got all the heels wanting to be, the cool heel and not be the actual heel, just random stuff like that, hell, you could even bring into social media, like, certain, like, one of the things that I have is you have guys that want to be like, the big time, they want to be the big time heels, but on their social medias, they're like, they play best friend with everybody.
But one of the things I hate the most is when you're feuding or beefing, and then it's like, just killed it out there with fucking wrestler A. And
yeah.
It was a pleasure to work with you. Now that's cool. You could be like, yo, I just killed it out there. But like, word it differently. Like, I just went up against wrestler A in one of the most competitive matches I ever had.
Right.
You beat me. The fans, I hope you're happy with that, because guess what? I'm coming back next time.
Yeah.
To it. Whatever. Instead of like, hey man, I fucking hate you. I killed you. Let's go get Chick-fil-A now.
Yeah.
But the wrestling world is so different from everything else now that they can separate. Like, you could be the murderer, but you're posting on your Facebook under legit.
Right.
And it's like, oh, the murderer is crazy. Oh yeah, but yeah, look at, he loves his cats.
Right.
You know? And like, I've been part of that too, because I'll be out there like, yo, I can't wait to fight them all. I hate the, and then I'm like, man, I just tried it this fucking Boy Meets World.
Right.
You know what? Let me see, want to fight more. This should be mine.
Right.
You know I'm saying? Like, you and me, Feeney, Texas Deathmatch. Loser.
I don't know, man. I think Mr. Feeney could take you, man.
No, he is a
Mr.
kid.
Mr. Feeney was a badass.
I know, and he's a talking car too.
Mm-hmm. So
it's crazy. Like, yeah, like I just feel like people who are coming into wrestling, if any of you are listening right now and you're like thinking about like, I want to really wrestle, like I like following this guy, I want to see what it's about, do it. Mm-hmm. Don't let anyone be like, yo, you can't do it, you're too small, you're too this. Like, I was told, yo, you're too big to be a small guy, you're too small to be a big guy.
Right.
So, okay, what am I going to do? Let me grow my hair stupid and act like myself with just a little bit amped up.
Right.
You know, like, they tell you to be yourself up to 11.
Yeah.
When Firework's in the ring and I'm being stupid and doing push-ups and yoga and shit, like, that's me. Like,
yeah.
I will shit on you too in the ring. Like, but I'm not doing it to poop on your face.
Right.
I'm doing it to grow a plant.
Right. Yeah.
Analogy. Metaphor. Damn it, I don't know.
Either one. It could be both. Who knows? Yeah, like I have one of the issues that I have, like me being on the outside of the business. One of the big issues that I have is, like I said just a while ago, is there's not a big difference between, you know, like if we sat down, if me and you sat down and we watched an old school wrestling from the old days, we could see the clear differences between each character.
Yes.
You know, you could see,
everyone is cookie cutter.
Yeah, everybody. To me, as the guy that loves the business and has been a part of the business, so I know many facets. You know, backstage, you know, booking, stuff like that. One of my biggest problems that I have today is everybody seems like they're the same. They're and the lack of
doing that stupid insecurity kick that I hate.
in the lack of character.
Right, because everyone's afraid. So people listening, don't be afraid to be a character. Mm-hmm. You ask me what. Here's like a thing for you. Truth Martini taught us this. Think of who your character is. If you don't know what your character is or who it is, but you have an idea. Say you're like, yo, I like to wear leather pants and chains, and I like metal. I play guitar. Okay, but what's your character? Like, I'm a metalhead. Okay, so but I don't know how he would act. Truth said, picture your person at a crosswalk with an old woman trying to cross the street. How do you react? Mm-hmm. Are you the guy walks by, out of the way, lady, and you cross the street, leave her? Cool, now you're just a dick. You hate people like you want yourself. Foxx Vinyer will pick a motherfucking bitch up, put the hand up like Heisman, and I'm going across the street, and run across. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when you know that situation, now you can go in the ring and be like, okay, this would do that. You know, like Foxx Vinyer's on the ground. How would this explosive Firework guy fight back? Oh, he would just fucking feel the beat in his head. Oh, someone's coming at him, spring up, use all his energy to clothesline somebody down and take that breath. You know, like, boom, explode, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Like, people these days, they're afraid to have a character, or they have something, and it's like really good. Like, people who are really good, I don't know if you ever heard of the Stepdads.
Mm-mm. No.
But look them up. They're amazing. Like, and they have a gimmick, which is called the Stepdads. Guess what they are? Stepdads.
Right.
And the one of them, I told him, hey, man, I love your shit. I said the same thing to him. I hope he didn't take it wrong, because I love those dudes. I said, just change your shorts, because he's wearing, like, pleather shorts. Mm-hmm. And to me, a stepfather would not wear that. Yeah. But his partner wears trunks. So, like, and he's like a heavier guy. So I get it. Like, you're wearing a singlet and stuff. Shit, I wear a singlet too. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, like, to me, if you're going to wear, like, the pleather shorts with, like, a yin-yang on it, change it. Wear the pleather shorts and put a picket fence on it. Right. Or something that says, like, you know, stepdad. Because I gave him an idea once, and I said, you guys should have at your tag team corner a welcome mat. Yeah. Because it's your home. I think cardigans. Yeah, like, I mean, well, we have like the plaid type of gimmick look. Some other thing, which is cool because it's like, oh, that's stepdad. But they have like one of the things they do, and it's amazing, and I love it, is they have a thermostat in like a little cube box thing that's clear. Yeah. And then like to G up and to have a fire back, someone like the opponent will go and fuck with it, and then the Undertaker sit up and like, who touched the thermostat? and then they fire back. It's amazing.
Right.
Like those dudes know we're stepdads. We're killing it. Like me and one of my tag partners we played wiffle ball in the ring during one of our matches. Like we pitched it, bam, ran around, did shit, and it was awesome. Like so, like don't be afraid to think of stuff, even if it's as corny as anything.
Right.
Just do it and run with it because you never know what it could be. Like look at Dalton Castle.
Oh yeah, I used him as an example on one of the shows. I said, me, I've always been a guy that likes character. Like
it gets you out of your what's the thing I'm looking for? Like out of body type of thing. So you're not just watching the guy. Oh, I think I can get the
yeah, like the three guys that I mentioned earlier, Great Muda, Raven, and Vampiro. They were all character. They were all good workers, but they were character over almost everything.
Right.
And I think what happens when you want to become a wrestler, I think what most people do nowadays, and I seen it from, whenever I trained, that most guys work on the moves and they don't work enough on the character. So
that's what I try to tell people when I help them, when I go to help them train. I said, hey, whoa, cool, you can do the hip toss, but let's do it as if you're working. Let's do it as, how's your character doing? So like, let's do it like this, man. How about you be a school teacher or you be a trash, you know what I'm saying? Like go back to the 90s and just look, everyone had a character. The thing is you have to know when you walk through the curtain who that person is or what they are.
Right. Oh yeah. And that's like what's the old saying? I don't remember the exact terminology of the old saying, but something along the lines of, they're gonna know who you are and if they like you within the first 15 seconds of seeing you.
Right. And
so like
it's the same thing with music. Like how Puff, like I don't know if anyone's ever watched like The Band or anything like that or whatever, but Puffy even said it once on the thing. If I don't like what you do at 6 seconds on the track, I don't care. Like if the beat or song doesn't hit you, bam.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to it. Same thing with me. Like if I go to listen to like a beat or something, then I'm like, I'm gonna try to write music to this, and I don't like it within like the first 5 seconds. I'm like, I'm out. It has to catch you.
Yeah.
If you're trying to be a wrestler, come out here and like have something that goes. Even if you're like, yo, I really love bass. Okay, so have your gimmick be a baseball fanatic, but you love wrestling and you're a baseball player. All right, say you love baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Come to the ring with a glove that, hey, why do you have a glove? Do you need to use it in the matches? No, you can if you're like a heel.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he just fucking slammed him on the glove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what's in the glove? You can cut your promos talking about like I put this glove under my mattress after baking it, blah blah blah. But then it's like, or if you're a baby face with it, I have this glove right here. This was my son's glove. Make a sob story. This is my son's glove.
Yeah.
Don't have to kill him off. I'll be like, this is my son's glove. He gives it to me for good luck, and I'm gonna win this match tonight because I'm gonna get that prize money. And I'm going to be able to do it and get my pictures of Spider-Man.
Right. I mean, I think that's the question that I asked you a little bit ago about one of the biggest things lacking in wrestling today is people. It almost seems like they're too afraid to do that character work.
They're afraid to have fun.
Yeah.
They're afraid to look stupid. Like, don't be afraid to look stupid. Looking stupid is how I got to where I got. That's where I'm going to get. Because was I afraid? Yeah. I was just out there. Let me see what happens. I'm going to have some fun.
Yeah.
And then, like, I got into it more. And then people got into it. And then, like, most of my fans are, like, kids who were like, oh, my God, like, you were awesome and fun and colorful. Hell yeah. Buy some merch.
Yeah.
Like, tell your mom to buy some merch, kid. But, like, people, if you're listening, if you're thinking about, like, I want to wrestle, but I don't know what to do, don't worry. Or if you have been in the business for a minute and you're still, like, kind of stuck on that middle ground of, like, what do I do? What do I do? Go to your childhood. Go like, hey, what's your favorite cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite character now? Do that character. Do it for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then see how you transition into your own shit. And who knows? You'll probably be signed before me.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
So you made a post on your Facebook the other day. I want to ask you this. We got a couple more questions and then we're gonna say goodbye because I actually got another call I got to do here before too long. You made a post the other day on your Facebook about Bray Wyatt being so good, and this correlates back to what I just said a while ago about character. That guy, I told somebody the other day, I go, that guy in particular, Bray Wyatt, he can work. For me personally, he can work me into being excited about a match without even having to lay a finger on a person. That says something.
Right. And that's so exciting. And like, I want to be that good.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be on that level where I can just be like, and I tried doing different stuff. Like I turned heel and I went to like dark colors and I was mega Foxx and I was like, I'm here, I'm blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But it's boring. If you're booking me as a heel, you're not getting Firework Foxx Vinyer. I'm sorry, guys. I have to do something different because Firework is a babyface character that will make us both money. And if we do it together, do it right. If you want me heel, we'll work on something. Give me some pitches. I'll be a sandwich. If you want me to be, I'll be an evil sandwich. I got fun. But like just watching Bray, I don't even want to watch his matches.
Yeah.
Because like the matches are the same. I mean, I'm not saying he sucks in wrestling. I'm saying like they don't give him enough to make him. What's the word I'm looking for? Like he doesn't do a lot.
Yeah. But
the stuff that he does is just as great as hits, which is good because he puts him in the right spots.
Yeah.
But I want them to be like, here, Bray, go to the fucking bank. You got it. Go do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Call us when you're done. Because like just have like even what's the last post they had? He's talking about bringing back the fan.
Yeah.
And granted, there's writers and everything, but yes, anyone could write anything. There's a million people who write songs, but guess what? They don't perform them.
Right.
So like you need to have fun and don't be afraid.
Who do you think would be a good fit for the family?
Me. Me. Family. Juggalo family.
I've said for years now that I want to see Bo.
Yes, there's no reason he shouldn't.
Oh my God, I think just him and Bray as a tag team doing the thing that Bray does. I think that would be probably one of the biggest things that WWE could do, and it would be
Bo a huge star if they just had.
Oh my God, yeah.
Say the scenario. Bray Wyatt or Bo Dallas is sitting there in the back getting ready for a match, and he has his Bo leave, and he keeps saying to himself, Bo leave, we're doing this, Bo leave, now's our chance. I'm going against Apollo for the title, blah, blah, blah. I got this opportunity because they pulled my name out of the hat, whatever. Believe me. And then like he keeps saying it to himself, right? Believe. And then you hear two voices. So you hear, believe. And he stops, turns around like, what the fuck? Turns around and you just see Bray with his arms open, brother. And then that's it.
Right. Boom. Cut that shit off.
And then don't even bring it back. Like have the match come out. And then like the match is about to start, but nothing.
Yeah.
And then like the lights go off and just have fucking feathers fall into the ring. Just buzzard feathers. And
right.
Have Apollo look around like, what the fuck? And then like the Believe shirt or the Believe, whatever it is, just have the shirt like chopped up. And that's it.
Yeah.
And then like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks, have Bo come out with a different look or whatever, and then like kind of like more aggressive.
Yeah.
So Bray doesn't have to wrestle, and just let Bo do it because Bo's amazing. If you ever watched the NXT.
Oh, Bo's fucking. That's one thing big issue that I have with WWE is like some of the guys there, they have so many phenomenal workers that I just wish WWE would give them guys a little bit of the leeway, a little bit of the room to play with themselves essentially.
Yeah.
But just give those guys enough room to figure themselves out, because I think if they did a Bo and Bray thing, I think that would be one of the biggest things that they would do in the last freaking decade. As for tag team wise,
especially once people like, even if they were kind of feuding before they got a thing, or if it was like fucking just redo Owen and Brett's story, like have Bray doing stuff and then Bo comes out, like,
oh yeah,
or whatever, or like anyway. But then I don't really think a lot of the fans or whatever know that they're actually brothers, besides like us who are like, the Marks brother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they do, because I mean, I troll through, comment sections and, all the wrestling groups and stuff like that. So I keep up on shit, but like, I see a lot of people.
I don't think let's say not the average, what's the word I'm looking for? Casual.
The casual fan, yeah.
Casual fan.
Yeah.
Like, 12-year-old boy who just turns on wrestling every few weeks and he sees, oh, I love these two. And then it's like, wait a minute, they're really brothers in real life?
Yeah. I can see that, yeah.
Like, when I first found out, I was like, wait, you guys don't even look like IRS.
I actually had that same thought too. I was just like, who the hell did he get with?
Yeah, like they look kind of Asian.
Yeah, and their sister doesn't look anything like them.
And I'm just like, I had to keep looking at IRS. Like, do you have like an Asian background? Do you kind of have an Asian look? Because they kind of have like like an Asian feel, like especially their hair.
Yeah.
I mean, those hair is amazing. I wish I had those hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's getting a little thin up on top, but that's hell. What do you expect for 38 years old? So
cut it to how much?
Yeah, I'm just going to shave it off one of these days. But, last couple questions. Foxx, this is something that I'm going to start asking people just to have a little bit of fun. What is the biggest mammal that you think that you could knock out with one punch?
Mammal. It all depends on the velocity times by the directional move. I don't know. Oh, well, I guess you don't have to think like a gorilla. I'll fuck a koala bear up.
Okay. A fucking koala bear? Fuck you.
Try to climb on my arm, try to hold me all cuddled and shit. You're my girl.
Okay. And finally, koala motherfucker. But you got a couple minutes for people that might be wanting to get into business and or just some life knowledge for people. And motivation, inspiration type shit. Let's leave it on a high note and on a good note. Drop some knowledge on people for people that's coming into the business, people that might want to get into the business, or just some life shit, on some real life type shit. And then follow that up with where everybody can find you at.
All right, some good positive feedback. If you're getting into the wrestling business, don't date anyone in the wrestling business. Unless you fucking trust them or you whatever, because they may fuck your shit up. However, you can find love because there's millions of people who are happily married because of wrestling. So, carrying that over, wrestling is the best goddamn thing in this world because you can be whatever you want to be and no one can tell you different. Why? I'll tell you why. Because it's wrestling. I did a shitty ass arm drag and I went the wrong way once. And I did this wrong, and I did that wrong. And Ring of Honor said to me, hey, we can't really say that you're doing it wrong because it's how your character would do it. I said, oh yeah, you're right. So you can do shit, just make it your own. Do you want to get into wrestling? Why you should get into wrestling? Because imagine you get to make nothing, or you get to make something, I should say, out of nothing. You get to sit there with someone that you're boys with, or even not, someone that you just met. I've just met people and we had so much chemistry because it was the passion. If you have the passion for it like I do, you may talk to people the wrong way and you don't mean it, but it's going to be amazing because you're going to create something. You're going to sit there and be like, here's what I can do. Here's what they can do. You can't plan a fan's reaction. That's the beauty of it because you can improv and go with the fans. I had a match where the first 5 minutes was me, the opponent, and the referee just playing on the turnbuckle, and it was amazing, and it made the rest of the match great, and the rest of my weekend great because you just create something from nothing, and that's why you should get into wrestling. If you are creative, if you need an outlet, shit. If you're like, oh, man, I'm just sitting at home, I'm playing like games, all I do is fucking fill up this sock. Go to the gym. You'll be happier. It'll help your mental state. It will help your physical state. You'll feel good about yourself. And who knows? You may make a couple bucks on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So, and follow that up with how people are gonna be able to find you.
Nobody look for me. Fuck all y'all. I mean. You can Instagram me at Foxx Vinyer. That's FOXXVINYER. Same with Facebook, Foxx Vinyer. There's a Foxx Vinyer page. You can find me on TikTok, Foxx Vinyer.
Do you do dancing?
No, I'm about to. Fuck that. But I mean, to be on TikTok, you gotta have a great set of breasts. So, which I don't.
Okay, guys, go ahead.
TikTok, Foxx Vinyer. If you want to Snapchat me, don't. It's Twitter, Foxx Vinyer. Instagram, Foxx Vinyer, PlayStation Network, Foxx Vinyer. And if you're in the upstate New York area by the Capitol and you want somebody to work out in the ring with you or go to the gym with you or play some disc golf or play regular golf or whatever, hit me up. Let's fucking train. Let's make some music. Let's eat some Chinese buffet one night. And let's do some shit. Let's kill some shit. Kill the negativity. And let's be aggressive. Be aggressive. That's positive.
All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast with Foxx. I had a great time talking to you, man. Hopefully we get to do it again sometime soon.
Yes, sir.
Also, guys, I just want to let you guys know that you will be able to find this on Spotify. You'll be able to find it on YouTube, and you'll also be able to find it on Podbean. Be sure to go check out www.jasonstatic.com for all your pop culture, collectible, and antiques needs, because y'all know I do my thing over there too, selling shit. I do all kinds of shit, you guys. One thing that I always try to beat into your guys' heads is if you got a goal in life, if you got a dream or anything of the sorts, whether it be pro wrestling, podcasting, YouTubing, whatever it may be, go out and fight for it. Every morning you wake up 10 toes down. And in case you're that one person that might only have 7 or 5 toes, do that too. But make sure that you're standing up, ready to box for that day, because life is going to come at you, and you just got to be ready to fight for it. Fight for what you want in your life. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys, and I thank you guys for stopping by on this episode of the Jaysin Static Experience, motherfuckers.
I also have a song called 10 Toes Down. Yeah!
10 toes down, motherfuckers. I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys. Thank you guys again, one more time. Everybody, little round of applause for Mr. Foxx. Take it easy. I'm going to close this motherfucker out.